I've been watching a home being constructed that's just a few miles up the road from me. It's taken about a year and a half, but from the looks of things, it's about to be finished. I mean, they're down to the landscaping and the driveway being finished. It's going to be a beautiful home. And I know this sounds weird, but I've actually enjoyed watching the progress, even though I don't know the folks who are building it. It was just a pleasure watching something evolve from a vacant piece of land to a gorgeous home site. It appears to be a high-end home that likely cost a good deal of money. And perhaps some people might drive by and wonder why somebody would need such a large home with acres of land leading to it. My reaction has been quite the opposite. Without even knowing the people who are going to live there, I found great pleasure in its construction. Why, you might ask? Because I thought about the many benefits to my entire community because someone bought a piece of property and built a nice home on it. Because to build that house, scores of people had good-paying jobs. They were the people who did the site work, clearing trees, leveling and bulldozing the land, and then pouring the concrete to lay the foundation. There were framers, roofers, electricians, plumbers, painters, HVAC workers, finish carpenters, flooring people, appliance installers, cabinet makers, brick masons, fence builders, and crews to install security systems, entertainment systems, and kitchen counters. Probably over 100 people worked on that property in some form or another. And because they had expert skills, they were paid well and should be. Their wages fed their families. They were given as tithes to their churches in our community. And they bought things in local stores. There was also a substantial benefit to those who sold the lumber, the wiring, the pipes, the roof materials, the flooring, the appliances, and more. And those things being purchased resulted in a considerable sales tax bump for the county. That takes care of everything from sheriff's deputies to fire trucks. Now that the home is complete, a much higher property tax is going to be collected from that property than when it was undeveloped. And even though the construction is finished, there's going to be ongoing maintenance, upkeep, and repairs, and that'll result in ongoing jobs. It's called capitalism. And the economic system of capitalism is under attack in this country as never before from a bunch of people who don't have a clue how to help people out of poverty and into prosperity. So when I hear self-appointed geniuses like Senator Elizabeth Warren, Bernie Sanders, or Alexandria Ocasio-Cortez, and when they rail against what they deem as greed in our capitalistic system, I wonder if they are ever capable of just stopping and smiling at the sight of a new home being constructed and being able to thank God that some people got a paycheck today for working really hard at something they're good at. Can't we celebrate that? Why not? Now, leftists, they love government bureaucrat jobs. Yeah, they pass bills to fund even more of them, whether to get 87,000 more IRS agents or hire more environmental regulators to make sure that building that house didn't disturb the home of a spider or a mouse or a snake. Frankly, I'm not so concerned with someone moving a snake out of my way. I say move them all, okay? Fine, get rid of them. I'm quite happy that a family is going to be living there who's going to enjoy their new home, while many other families will have clothes on their backs and food on their tables because they had the jobs that built that house. Folks, I don't have to own a boat to be glad somebody else does, because somebody had to build it, transport it, sell it, insure it, and now service it. It doesn't hurt me if someone else has something I don't have, or if they have something I can't afford. It's good for all of us. I could whine about how much money somebody has spent, or I could think out loud as what they should have done with their own money. But I choose to rejoice in that everyone in my community and nation ultimately benefits by the creation, production, and transferring of something of value that gets placed in the economy. And by the way, there is no limit to how much benefit there is to economic activity in a capitalistic system. And no one is hurt by the prosperity of another person. Let me be blunt. If you're poor and need a job, you need to pray someone is richer than you are And they're going to need to hire you to do some work so you can earn money and spend it on the things that you want. Because earning the money to obtain what matters to you is way better than whining over what someone else has and hoping the government will take it away from them and give you a part of it. So as I drive by the new house on the road to my house, I won't curse the family who built it. No, I'm going to be glad that in dozens of homes around Little Rock, other people are celebrating a house they'll never spend a night in, but a house which enables them to spend a more prosperous night in their own homes. Capitalism. We are all better off with it. If you haven't subscribed to the channel yet, I hope you will now. The button is just below this video, and there's a little bell next to it. If you click on those, YouTube will reluctantly start letting you know when we've got a new video uploaded.